probably you've heard that mindset is everything. If you have the right mindset, you can achieve anything. And that is true. But what is mindset? What are some of the challenges that we face in terms of developing the right mindset and utilizing them at work? And how can we overcome these challenges? This is exactly what I want us to discuss today. My name is Yin, and I teach the discipline of work. So first, we start with mindset. Just let's look at what it is. Okay, so mindset basically is a set of beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions that you have developed over the years that shape how you perceive the world and how you react to situations around you. Okay, so it is your the glasses through which you see the world and see things around. And because this is mostly developed unintentionally, most of the time you tend to think that is just the right way that things should look. And you tend to believe that you are right because you are seeing the situation through a mindset that is already probably around your environment or accepted by you. Okay. So one of the most difficult things about mindset is that it is developed over a long period of time. And similarly, it takes a very long time to change it. If you want to develop the right mindset, you have to, first of all, unlearn the wrong ones that you've developed over the years. And that is very hard because probably you've lived all your life believing these things. And it takes a lot of work to be able to shape your mindset into the kind of mindset required to perform at the best possible that you can perform. Okay. So today, I want us to look at a few mindsets in our society that are quite very dangerous to work. First, our society tend to believe that work is a punishment. And that is the first, and in my opinion, the most dangerous mindset that we have towards work. We believe that work is a punishment. It is only for poor people. You only do it so that you can earn money to take care of yourself. And that if you are well-to-do, you don't need to work. And work is not for the rich and the most powerful people. It influences the energy that we put into our work. It influences our motivation to work and definitely our output that we get from the work that we do. Okay, so this is not true. Work is not a punishment, but I'll come to that. But that is the first mindset that we've grown up with. Because when you were young, if you did something wrong, they gave you work. So you grew up unintentionally or intentionally seeing work as a problem. And that is why many people have developed this attitude that they don't want to work. They just want to earn money. They want to get everything for free. They don't want to go out there and put in any labor. And this is even preached in churches and all around our society, that you can get good things for free just by doing something else apart from putting in the right work. And people generally gravitate towards this kind of information because it is our mindset. It's within the society that you can get good things without the accompanying investment of labor. Okay. The second mindset that I see around, which is dangerous for work, is that we tend to believe that the success of one means the failure of everyone. Okay, so when one person succeeds, it simply means that the rest of us are failures. That is not true, but it is something that goes around us, especially at work, right? So it's either all of you are the same, and then everyone is happy. When one succeeds, then the other people would tend to feel that that is the only success that was available, and so that is gone. There isn't anything left for them, which is not true, right? This thing makes it very difficult for us to collaborate effectively in our part of the world. Building unity around work and actually driving a common goal is very, very difficult around this part of the world because of this mindset. Okay, it's either you are all succeeding or you are all failing. There isn't room that, well, one succeed or two succeeds. We wait for our turn and we work together collaboratively to be able to lift each other up. Number three, we tend to believe that you are either good or bad. You are either brilliant or dumb. You are either poor or rich. So this is called the fixed mindset. There's no room for growth. So you see parents say, oh, this my child, I don't think he's brilliant. He won't do well in school. He just doesn't do well in school, which is not true because there isn't people who are born brilliant and others born dumb. God doesn't work that way. There are people who are working the right way, and so they develop, and then there are people who are not putting in the right work, but they have the potential to be better. They just haven't found themselves doing the right things yet. Okay. So that mindset really affects us. If someone does some work, let's say in the workplace for you, and you criticize it, then you see the kind of mindset that the person has. If the person has a fixed mindset, he'll get angry because you are telling him that he's not good enough. If the person has a growth mindset, he will feel happy because you've just showed him another way to become better at what he's doing, right? So it makes a whole difference. Now, the fourth one that I want to add is that we tend, nowadays, this has become very common. We tend to see success as evil. Okay, so I see successful people all around in the society, and the way people perceive them is quite bad because we tend to feel that now it's either you are doing something wrong to be successful or you can't be successful at all. So it tends to be moral to be poor or not to be successful at work, not to grow, not to be good, so that you are a good person doing that. And then someone who becomes successful all of a sudden is doing something wrong to be successful, which is also not true because people can do the right thing and still become successful. And we all know that, right? And so these are things that really worry us in terms of achieving our full potential at work. Now, how do you overcome this? These are lies, right? So the only way you overcome a lie is to unlearn it and replace it with truth. The first one, the belief that work is a punishment, is simply replaced by work is an opportunity. Work is not a punishment. Work is an opportunity to learn something new, an opportunity to grow and add something to your CV, an opportunity to earn some income and even some rewards in some cases. So it is an opportunity. Every good thing you see around you that was built by work. Someone had to put in some labor. And so it is an opportunity when someone gives you a job. It is not a punishment. Then the second mindset that I discussed about the success of one means the failure of all. No, God is able to make everyone successful in his own right. We won't all occupy the same positions. And we can't all occupy the same position. We are different. And what God expects or wants for each of us is different. The work rate of everyone is different. And so your success is going to be different from another person's success, but you can all be successful in the end. You can't all be successful at the same time, but in the long term, everyone, if you are working the right way and putting in the right attitude, you will all get successful at the end of the day and you achieve what God has meant for you to achieve. So that is just the truth. You replace this with that mindset that if someone is successful, it means that you are going to be a failure, or it is automatically insulting you that you are a failure. No, that is not it at all. Maybe the person is even pointing you to a way that you can be successful quickly, and you could learn something from it if you look at it from that point of view. Then number 3, I talked about the fixed and the growth mindset. Okay, that you are either good or bad. Let's say academically, you are either a good worker or a bad worker. You can't grow. You are either a good person or a bad person. That is a fixed mindset. You replace that with growth mindset, that a human being can grow. So someone who is not academically so good today, if he put in the right work and develop the right mindset, can become very brilliant and smart person within, let's say, the next 1 year. If he's improving, let's say 1% per day, by the end of the year, he will be that good, right? So we can all improve, and we should all improve, and that is how we achieve our best. All right. And then the final one that I looked at, that success is evil, is just not true. It is good to be successful. All right. And people can do the right thing and still become very successful. Because over the years, many people have truly done some wrong things to amass wealth in the society. That is where this idea is coming from, that now if you have something good, it means you should have done something good, something bad, to be able to get something good. It's not true. You don't always have to do wrong things to get good things. In fact, you can do good things and get good things out of it. And every enduring success require you doing the right thing anyways. Okay. It takes many years to build a solid foundation that you can stand on to be able to get something out of it. The things that I teach you all the time, I have learned them over many, many, many years, right? I didn't learn them today to come teach you. And so it takes time to build, but after you have built, then you can deploy what you have built and you can make something out of it, and it's okay. Okay, so if you see people who are successful, it is okay for them to be successful. You don't need to brand them in your mind that they are evil. That's why they are successful. That makes you not desire to become successful. And it makes you feel that you are moral when you are poor. But many poor people do worse things than rich people, right? So it is these kind of mindsets that really shape how we think and how we do our work, and also determines the output of our work, the energy we put in, our motivation, and consequently, how we achieve our optimum at work. I hope this session was useful to you. Thank you for watching, and then see you next week for another session. Bye-bye.